Ben Dragon, Alien Slayer, Demon Slayer, Super Soldier. And we're live. Let's go. Magic. Now, who wants to learn about magic today? Who wants to learn about magic? Real magic. Not that Harry Potter stuff, not that Disney bullshit, but real actual magic, how it's performed in reality. First of all, first thing you gotta understand is two types of magic. It's low magic, also known as chaos magic. This has to do with shifting your timelines, basically manipulating reality to get your desired result. The other type of magic is called high magic. Basically has to do with ascension, which none of you are there, so I'm not even going to talk about that. And for all the internet spiritual gurus who claim that they're on the path to ascension, or they've unlocked the crown chakra, Merkaba, Kundalini, whatever, and they're blasting off to other planets. I call bullshit on all of you. None of you know what you're talking about. You guys might as well all watch me. I'm telling you right now, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. That's why they're still here reincarnating with the rest of us. So, that's a whole other video. Low magic. We'll just call it magic. There's different ways of doing it. There's different ways. Some people, the real occultists, they like to do the Kabbalah stuff and merge with certain archetypes and make certain noises vocally, use their vocal cords to invoke certain vibrations to manipulate the reality with. The other way of doing it is summoning specific angels and demons in a specific sequence that's supposed to get you to the source. But I would not recommend dabbling in the Kabbalah at all. I've never seen anyone use it to bring more light to themselves. It only brings darkness from everyone I've ever seen use it. So fuck the Kabbalah. Stay very far away from that. They'll tell you there's the tree of life and the tree of death. And the tree of life is going to get you through all the archetypes up to the source, and the tree of death is the inverted flipped one where you reverse the right and the left pillars, so you do it in the wrong order, and then it brings you down into the tunnels of Set, where your soul gets eaten by fucking spider entities, and that steal your sexual energy, your life force energy, basically, which comes from your spirit. I think basically everyone that uses the Kabbalah ends up possessed. That's just my opinion. I'm not claiming to be an expert on Kabbalah, but I would stay away from it. Now, how else do people do it? There are spirit summoning practices. Church. What are they trying to do? They're always trying to summon Jesus or God or Yahweh or Yeshua or whatever. Well, how do you know what you're actually summoning, guys? And you go ahead and do your vampire ritual, having everyone line up for communion, and oh, thank you for the blood of the lamb, and I'm holy now. Yeah, sure. Sure. Yeah, let me eat the savior. That should put me in good graces with him. I mean, you gotta be a goddamn moron to believe that. Now, I'm trying to help you. Why are you eating me? Anyway. Anyway, religion's clearly not going to get you there. The most religious people are usually poor, if you've noticed. It obviously doesn't work. Okay, it just doesn't. So we don't even need to go too much deep into religion, any religion. Now, how do people summon spirits outside of religion? Well, you could take certain substances, DMT, mushrooms, bufo, ayahuasca, LSD, whatever you're into. But machine elves, I like to talk about machine elves in the mushroom community. I've never seen one personally, but people take these substances and then they go on adventures out in the Beyondo and all that, and supposedly come back enlightened. And these things can bring you revelations. They really can. The problem is it tends not to stick, because it puts you in a whole other way of thinking, a whole other way of being by being on the substance. And when you're without that substance, now you have to like kind of recall that vibration you were in, and it doesn't really mix with ordinary reality. So it's really hard to actually like continue with whatever magic you were able to cultivate with that plant medicine. So I would say plant medicine is more useful just for purging, not as much so for enlightenment. But anyway, that's not really going to get you there. Although it can open powerful doors and portals, specifically ayahuasca and mushrooms. Your manifesting potential goes way up on those substances. So you really, really got to know what you're doing and do it with intent in the right setting and the right people. So that's one way of manifesting. But still, that's kind of dangerous. So wouldn't recommend that as much. But definitely better off going that route than Kabbalah or religion. Now, what else? Right. Spirit summoning practices outside of religion. So people will set up an altar for, Vishnu, Krishna. I mean, whatever god you could think of, a freaking six-legged bunny rabbit. Like, people just make up gods. Or, I mean, really, there's infinite gods, and the gods are all on God plane. They're all on basically something called the God plane. This might be the same thing as the noosphere. I'm not sure. Anyway, it's like a higher layer of the firmament, which is kind of like linked to the cosmos. So these gods, they're stuck in purgatory in hell, just like you. They're not anything to be worshipped. What you got to understand is none of the gods give a fuck about you. They just want your life force energy. That they're all vampiric, all of them. Krishna, Vishnu, Jesus, Brahma, Muhammad, Allah, whatever. All of them vampires. They just want your energy. How do they get your energy? Well, you summon them by invoking their name or setting up an altar or doing some kind of ritual to channel or summon them. And then guess who shows up? Well, it's not the source version of these energies, because this is the dark side. This is the dark side universe we're living in, essentially. Like, they took over everything. That's why reality's so fucked up. So you think you're getting source energy? No, you're getting just another demon in the abyss. Okay, the source is within, not without. Anytime you go without, you're just connecting yourself to dark energies you know nothing about, that are mind controlling you and taking your energy. And if you're lucky, only if you're lucky, are they even gonna give you anything for all that. Occasionally, they gotta give you the occasional miracle to keep the circus going. Otherwise, the monkeys are eventually gonna wise up and leave. So they gotta give maybe 1 out of 100 monkeys an actual miracle, so they can tell the rest of the monkeys that it works, so that they have some kind of hope. It's not even that the gods don't have the power to fix you. They do. They just don't want you, because they want your energy of you suffering. Okay? Watch the movie Monsters, Inc. if you don't understand this. The monsters be scaring these kids, and then they take their energy. Okay? When you're in pain, you're bleeding life force energy. And then these entities or demons or aliens from the God plane, they'll just suck your energy off you. Okay, watch the Matrix movies. They're all connected to all these cords and all this shit, right? So that's how they're getting your energy, is basically creating illusions to cause you more pain and suffering. So at this point, you might say, geez, Dragon, this is all just extremely dark and hopeless. And apparently none of my internet gurus that I follow know what they're talking about. And any pathway I take to do magic is just going to put me in more darkness. So what do I do, Dragon? Tell me, what do I do? I'm glad you asked. This is what you do. I said the source is within. The source is your own spirit. Your spirit is source energy. That's where the source is. It's within you. How do you access your spirit? It's through your heart, not your mind. Your mind has been programmed by so much shit. There's no way to ever, make your mind of the source. It's darkness, fundamentally. So that's why all these people are trying to meditate and stop their thoughts, because they have some kind of visceral understanding that the mind is not really light. So how do you get into your heart, which accesses your spirit, which is your source energy, which is how you manifest cleanly rather than getting into all this darkness bullshit outside of yourself? So here's the procedure. If you made it this far into the video, good for you. Here's the procedure. First of all, you say, I now command my spirit to take all the thoughts in my head, drop them into my heart, and make me totally real. That you can count down from 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do this 3 times. Now, you see my state of being is already shifted. Now I'm in my heart center, and it's harder to actually think. I'm more so in my heart and my body, feeling my spiritual life force energies. So from this point, now you can do your regular procedure for manifesting, just within yourself, except first you got to command the energy. So you say, I now command my spirit and my body to guide me toward manifesting, fill in the blank, whatever you want to manifest in life. And then you hold that, you can even hold your heart if you want to. You hold that, that feeling and that vision as if you already have what you want to manifest right now. Hold that feeling like it's right there in front of you and you're grateful for it. Like, thank you. Like the energy of whatever you're trying to manifest is right in front of you, in the present moment, right now. Hold that feeling and thought for like 30 seconds. Don't overcomplicate it. Just a simple vision and a simple feeling. Okay? So that's going to give your body and your spirit a reference point of what to manifest you. All right? Now, you're done for now. Just let your subconscious or your spirit and your body kind of feel out the reality and figure out what's the best way to manifest for you what you want. Now, come back to it a few hours later or a day later or whatever after you've given some time for your spirit to work on this. Now, you do the mind to heart drop again to get in your heart, out of your thoughts, so you can really just be in tune with yourself. Okay? Then what you want to do is ask your spirit